what every Russian schoolboy knows.
Good time of day to all of you, my chess friends here on the Internet Chess Club. This is Grandmaster Alex Chermalinsky. What every Russian schoolboy knows returns. And so is my part of Building Your Open Repertoire series of videos on the French Caro hybrids, connections, yeah. Alright, let's go to this move, bishop f5. I mean, I understand, well, that people will probably wonder, why is Yerma insisting, on this c5, is bishop f5 by far more popular. And, well, alright, I played bishop f5 too. Well, it's time to talk a little bit about this bishop f5. Okay, I'm gonna skip all things with knight f3, at least for now. Obviously, knight f3 is the main move, and I played it myself even years ago at the very beginning of this advanced Caro. And of course, it remains the most popular move. There's some recent games, well, they keep going back and forth. Now Black realized that plans with early c5 are probably not gonna work out for him. So now it's different, and for that, if you're interested with current state of events over there, probably should be referring to a game between Evgeny Nair and Fabiano Caruana from the Dortmund tournament, which was like, what, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. So that would be a good illustration. All the same, you probably remember this knight c3 and g4. Okay, that was a favorite line of Alexei Shirov's, and of course Alexander Shabalov played it a lot. Okay, currently, Black's doing alright over there, but there is still room for error, obviously, in such sharp positions. So if you're interested in that with white, well, go ahead, be brave. But I want to talk about this move. Now, the purpose of this move, of course, is to trap the bishop, right? When they go e6, there it goes. g4, and then, guess what? The bishop is trapped. White wins the game without moving any pieces. Amazing, remarkable. Of course, we know that Black plays h5. Alright, so that's once again, that's the main line. It is playable for both sides. I believe that white is probably somewhat better, but his advantage does not exceed normal kind of opening advantage white gets. And I think if you look at the stats over there, then it pretty much reflects also the normal statistics. White probably scores more than 50%, but big deal. That's how it's supposed to be. Now, the thing about the move h5, that it makes the French structures somewhat less attractive to me. I'm looking at the g5 square. Now, the white can occupy that square with the bishop, or sometimes even with the knight. Now, the pawn comes to h5, makes it questionable if Black could castle short. Well, it's much more likely that white can castle short if needed, because he has more space. To me, the inclusion of the moves h4, h5 kind of swings the action toward the king side, where white should have some edge. Even what Morozevich played recently, like bishop d3, just simply allowing this exchange, and everybody is like, oh, isn't like Black doing great there, French with no white square bishops. But because of this g5 square, and of course white is not going to go f4. He's not going to allow this blockade on the white squares. There is always going to be a counter on the g5 square. So h5, I never really liked that move so much, and I always tried to do different things, and I played a lot of queen b6 in this position, which is interesting chapter of its own, of course, of its own. But now, to the move h6. Alright.